Hey everybody, I wanted to make a video today. I didn't buy any vinyl. I'm going to show some, but it's not stuff that I bought like today or anything. I just got home from work. But look at what I finished. I'm so excited about my record shelf that I built, and I like legit built it. Like me and my dad went and bought the wood and like all the trim, and I painted it and like the whole deal. It took like 10 hours. It sucked. All because there's not an IKEA around me. But check it out. I wanted to show everybody. I was super excited. Look at that thing. Sorry, I'm trying to do this without wobbling, but... And yes, that is all of my records. I know it's not that many, but it's about 600. I consider that a pretty good start, but yeah, this is kind of like my room. Sorry, I can never get like out of the way. There we go. That's my old school TV and my amp and like stuff in my room. But yeah, I'm super excited about my new shelves because they're way better than that stupid closet I was in front of last time. So hopefully this is kind of like what my new videos look like. I don't know. But anyways, I watched some videos today and I saw Henry's, and I always like Henry's videos. They're always interesting, and he kind of just randomly said like he was just wondering what everybody in the VC listened to. Just like they're like go-to records. And right now this is my go-to record. This thing is freaking awesome. It's Fleet Foxes self-titled album. I bought it. I just showed it in my last video because I'd never heard it before. This thing is incredible. I freaking love this record. I asked a bunch of my friends today if they'd ever heard of them because I was like, you gotta get this record. I haven't heard any of their other ones, but if they're anywhere as good as this, I'm gonna like them. But I called a bunch of my friends just to see like, hey, you ever heard of this band or whatever? Like, everybody already has this record. Like, where the hell was I? Like, nobody mentions this. Friends, I'm telling you, they're great. So I decided to show some records that were, some of the other ones that were like go-to records when I'm just, you know, just put something on and I'm just to enjoy it. And I always listen to this. Best of the Guess Who. I love this. But I'm not the biggest American Woman fan. I mean, but everything else, these guys are just unbelievable. I know. These aren't going to be like shockers, like you can't believe you've never seen them before. Everybody has these. But I love David Gilmour's solo album. I can always put this on and feel like just do whatever, it doesn't matter. And if I'm feeling like a go-to jazz record, I don't feel like going into you know, deeply thinking about what I'm listening to. I just want to put on some jazz and chill out. I usually listen to Coleman Hawkins, whatever. This is a great, just chill, relaxed, awesome jazz. So I strongly recommend that one. And that's on Kent Records. And always perfectly fine if anybody says, put on some Aerosmith. Which doesn't happen that often, but if somebody says, I want to listen to Aerosmith, this is the Aerosmith I want to listen to. This is when these guys were unbelievable. And this is the very first record I ever owned, ever. I asked my parents for their records when I got old enough. You know, I was only like 7 or 8, but I was like, hey, you know. And most people get the records from their parents, and they have like amazing records, you know, like here's my Zeppelin and here's my whatever. Not my parents though, because they don't really listen to music that much. And although they're amazing people, their music taste is basically non-existent. My mom and dad pretty much probably could care less if music just didn't exist. It just doesn't affect them, which is weird that I'm so into music, but that's what's cool about it. You know, we're different. But out of all the records that my parents gave me, which is like 30, and they were all like Donna Summer and Kenny Rogers and stuff. Nothing wrong with Kenny, but this was the only one that I was like, holy crap, you have that record? When you're a kid and you get an Aerosmith record like this is their best, in my opinion. And then also, just to kind of go along with some of the things that Henry was talking about, dude, I understand. I know you know what I'm talking about. You show Tina every once in a while. Tina is my favorite female singer ever. I like her over Janice. I like her over everything. This was actually my dad's record. He liked her. So I guess I got two amazing records from their stuff. But this isn't like my favorite Tina Turner. It's just, I just love her. She's awesome. Her, and I'm not really that much into, I'm not really that into female vocalists. I don't know. I apologize if that offends anybody, but it's just not, there's not very many female. I mean, I like Blondie. I like Janice and stuff. It's only a few. But going along with cheesy female singers, I love Dolly Parton. She is friggin', she's smoking. And I know that's like probably pretty cheesy to think Dolly Parton's hot, but I really think Dolly Parton's hot. And her voice, oh man. But anyways, this is just one of my Dolly records. I thought was funny. And lastly, not to be weird, but I just like the whole theme that you were going with. Outlaw country is my favorite country. I don't like new country, the stuff that's out right now. I have no interest in at all. I don't care about it. I was always really into, you know, the country that was like the classic, good, prototypical, but the Outlaws were my favorite, by far. And just to show some of them, there's my Waylon and Willie record. I love Waylon. I love Willie too, but Waylon's awesome. There's a little bit more Willie. But I like Merle Haggard. I like Johnny Cash, but he's not my favorite out of the group. I appreciate what he's done. But my favorite, by far, probably my favorite, one of my, like, say like top 5 most important like musicians or bands, he would be in my top 5, and that is George Jones. George Jones is unbelievable. When it says the best of George Jones, that's no joke. This guy has so many good songs. I have listened to George Jones since I was super little. I was strange. I mean, I would sit in my room and I would listen to Motley Crue and I would listen to George Jones Super Hits Volume 2 on cassette. I love George Jones. And if anybody's ever heard of the record Walk the Line with Willie Nelson, George Jones, and Merle Haggard, if you have that record, you can take anything that I have and I will trade it for it. Because I only have it on cassette and I could never find it again. It's called Walk the Line. I would love to have it on record. It's amazing. But George, and then the only other George I have on record is, this is like way back in the day when he had the flat top. But man, it doesn't get any more hardcore than George Jones. I would say Waylon, Willie, George, Merle, and I guess that would be the only ones I'd really consider in that little, like that little clique, kind of like the Rat Pack or whatever. George is the man. That's just my opinion. So, sorry. I just wanted to go on a rant, but mainly I just wanted to show you my digs, my new record shelf. I'm very excited about it, so hope everybody's doing good. Take it easy. This is my room, and that's like my, God, I fucking suck at this. Hey everybody, I wanted to make a video. Hey everybody, I wanted to make, I consider that a pretty good start, but yeah, this is kind of like my room.